The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and more in southwestern Connecticut.
At Norwalk High, semifinal number 2. It's the top-ranked Darien Blue Wave coming in at 14-3, a perfect 12-0 in the conference, hosting number 5 Staples. They were 12-5 this year, 8-3 in the FCIAC, finishing second in the West. They're into the semis after missing the tournament last year, and a tall task at hand. But the winner will advance to Wednesday's championship and a shot against the Ridgefield Tigers, who knocked off New Canaan earlier. And Kevin, for the Staples records tonight, we're going to need to see a lot of what we saw from Ridgefield, and that is a perfect game. Get on the Blue Wave early, if that is possible, though.
But it also starts in the face-off circle. You know, Staples has to be strong there, get off to a fast start like we talked about. I mean, who would have thought Ridgefield would start out that game and get off to that great start? You know, if Ridgefield maybe doesn't get out to that start like that, maybe that's a different game, but Staples needs to do the exact same thing here, get momentum on their side, because you talk about a hot start for Ridgefield. Staples needs to do the same thing.
Darien has won the last 3 FCIAC championships. They beat Trumbull 22-3 in their quarterfinal matchup. Staples got here with a 13-7 win over the Wilton Warriors. Kev, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we've got the opening draw. Semifinal number 2. Who faces Ridgefield, Staples or Darien? We find out after this on the HAN Network.
Bankwell is doing good. That's why, with the support of local community partners, Bankwell has launched the Bankwell Pet Adoption Project to boost awareness about the hundreds of animals in local shelters that need a home. And when you donate to the cause using the Bankwell self-service coin machines, we'll match your donation. For details, visit mybankwell.com/pleaseadoptme. Bank smart, bank local, bank well.
Back on the HAN Network, it'll be Christine Fiore taking the draw for the Wave. They are wearing the alternate blacks over the blue skirts. In goal, it is Carly Schudel getting the start for New Canaan. Kevin, we learned some breaking news for the Wreckers. Christine Taylor out tonight, one of their top offensive players. She is home with a sickness. So we could see the freshman Kyle Kirby have to step up again. She led the way, scoring 3 goals, had an assist as well in that quarterfinal win over Wilton.
And Kyle Kirby, a nominee for HAN Player of the Week.
One of 10 nominees, male and female. Make sure you get online to HAN.network to vote. One thing we saw the first time these two teams met earlier in the year, it was the big names for Staples stepping up. The captains really leading the way. Megan Johnson, Olivia Troy, and Colleen Bannon all had big games. They're going to need them to carry the load again here if the Wreckers have a chance. They are in the all-whites. They will move from right to left on your screen. Darien, the number 1 seed, going from left to right. One ticket has been punched. Who gets the second?
You see Kyle Kirby in there taking the face-off against Christine Fiore.
Of course, we've seen Darien a couple of times this year. Fiore, one of the big offensive weapons. This is Ashley Humphreys with it along the left side now behind the cage. Comes all the way around. Back up top, and this is Nicole Humphreys. Nicole looking to go to work inside. Spins around, open for a shot, and it just sailed high over the cage.
A good look early on for the Darien Blue Wave. Talk about that high-powered offense. It's going to be on showcase tonight.
Rain has tampered off a little bit here early on, is turning around from behind the net. Blocked off there, and Johnson comes away with a steal. Up ahead, now it's Bannon with it. She's into the double team and trying to escape. Comes back with it there, and controlling is Sarah Perrower.
Physicality. Seeing it early on from both sides there, Frank.
So now the Wreckers with their first offensive possession. And an opportunity here. Kyle Kirby with it there. For the right side, and it's now Johnson. She goes behind the net, and here's Olivia Troy, one of the captains. We got a good look at Troy in the fall. Certainly is a gamer, Kevin. She steps up in those big moments and has got that winning streak that you want to have in a leader. But this one stripped right away, and that time it was by Logan Book. Book up ahead, and controlling there is Kendall Wazinski. A foul called here. Are we going to see a card as well?
It looks like we are. Early on.
We've got the Norwalk band working in a little bit down off to our left, Kev.
Feels like we're back Friday Night Lights here.
Fight music to serenade the girls here early on in the first half. Of course, the Norwalk Marching Band, a national champion contenders. A shot fired by Lesko, misses down low.
Like that shot selection there by Lesko. Letting one rip from deep.
How about the effort of the marching band out here walking around in the rain, getting some practice in?
I give these fans and these girls a lot of credit this afternoon, but this band that deserves a lot of credit as well. Not easy to do out in the rain here.
It's Nicole Humphrey, our first free position of the afternoon. 22:20 to go. In the right hand, shot up high, she scores. It is 1-0, Nicole Humphrey with the first goal, and with 22:03 to play, the Wave have their first lead of the night.
Nice job by Humphreys there. On the first free position. And she fires, great shot on net. Nice finish.
1-0 in favor of the Wave. Alexa Morrow is the goaltender for the Wreckers tonight. The officials want to make sure everyone is in the correct position here. It'll be Kirby and Fiore again on the draw. Popped up here, another infraction against Kirby. She can't believe it. The frustration visible now. And Fiore will reset with the free opportunity. Fiore trying to split through a couple of defenders, but had it taken away. Up ahead, working the opposite direction here is Abby Naharian.
And Naharian, again, another nice offensive play, showing off that skill, that speed in transition. Staples looks to tie things up here.
Kirby had to scoop one up off the rug. Circles all the way around the net and flips off to Colleen Bannon. Bannon circling all the way around. She had a goal and an assist in that quarterfinal win. She plays catch now with Ellie Fair. Fair guarded tightly there by Annie Wright. Tried to get it up ahead over to Kirby, but Wright comes away with it. Pass to the middle, and it's Logan Book with speed. Streaking up ahead on the right side is Ashley Humphrey. She hit her in stride. Shot on cage. Score!
What a goal for Darien. Moving in transition. If you want to watch a team do a great job of moving quick and moving in transition, scoring, and odd man rushes, you watch Darien Blue Wave girls lacrosse. That's how you do it. Nice goal.
2-0. The assist going to Fair. Excuse me, that was Logan Book. And that was tic-tac-toe textbook like you read about.
It was tic-tac-toe. It's Logan Book. Beautiful pass. It's a Humphrey who's in stride on the break. Great finish. If you leave Darien the opportunity to do that all game long, they will continue to hurt you.
As it is Ashley Humphrey coming away with the draw control. Down low. It is slowed down here by Anna Stein. Stein surveying her options, retreats back behind the net. Humphrey again. Force went out in front. It made its way through, and Fiore collects a loose ball. Looking for help. Instead, she works off herself. Blocked off there. Ground ball opportunity, and coming away with that one, Kev, for the Wreckers was Parwer.
At times early on, Staples has looked really good on defense. Making some nice stops, especially on Christine Fiore, who's one of Darien's best scorers. But still, Darien has that 2-0 lead here.
How about the speed from Nigerian here, trying to work her way around Katie Ramsey. Good job defensively by the junior. Loose ball here. Battling for it is Mendelson. Looking for help, but they continue to fight to a side. Coming in to help now is Fair. She's shoved down. Shudell, the goaltender, getting in on the action.
Shudell has won anyone in her crease there, Frank. Carly Shudell, again, proven why. She's one of the best goalies here in the FCIAC.
It's bottled up there momentarily, but able to escape was Katie Elders. You remember, Kev, not too long ago we were here. Katie Elders went down rolling her ankle on a game against Norwalk. It was Lisa Lindley's 400th win, so good to see she is back out there. As that pass can't be completed, just out of the reach of Wazinski, and it goes back now over to Staples. As a foul here is called against Logan Book. Kirby trying to head to the net, tangled up. As Kirby was going down, she grabbed a hold of Book. It's a foul against the Wreckers, and right back to Darien with 18:25 remaining. Semifinal number 2. Ridgefield has already advanced and awaits the winner in the FCIAC championship.
Already, you just see the physicality here from both sides. Darien, physical. Staples is certainly physical here, trying to send a message to the number 1 team here in the FCIAC.
Here's Wazinski with it, heading to the front of the net. Shot on goal, and she scores.
Great move inside. Beats a couple defenders. Nice play by Wazinski.
A 3-0 Blue Wave lead now. 6:03 gone by. As the Wave rolling early on.
And you see the defense for Staples huddle up after that last goal, trying to collect themselves.
It's going to be Katie Ramsey, Kevin, coming in to take the draw for the Wave. Change up, and Megan Johnson, the captain for Staples, her counterpart in the circle. Once again, want to make sure everyone's in the right position. You can see players jostling for position at the top of your screen. As Ramsey just using the height to her advantage, quickly up ahead. And now it is Nicole Humphrey with it. Back to Elders. Darien will slow it down here with 17:40 remaining, a 3-0 advantage.
Darien can pretty much just sit in the ball here if they wanted to. They have that 3-0 lead.
Opportunity towards the front of the cage. Shot is going to be negated. It will not count, as that was Emma Jakes with the opportunity. Now a free position here. Staring down Morrow, who would really like to get a save, Kev. Maybe find the ball quickly off this stick. Shot to the far side. She got down to the knees and stopped it once, stopped it twice. Rebound to Lesko, and the third time's a charm. But wait, they're going to wave it off. Someone was in the crease. The goal will not count.
We're going to say Emma Lesko was in the crease. How about Morrow, though? 2 great saves, but right here, this is where you can't turn the ball over if you're Staples.
That was a very timely 2 saves, but you're right. An unforced error there. Pass couldn't be controlled. A turnover, and the Blue Wave right back on the attack. Behind the net, you got Humphrey all the way around. And it comes up top to Ramsey. That's Katie Elders with it. Now Jakes. Back to Jakes again. No, that's Humphrey this time. Pass to the inside. Quick look. Humphrey to Humphrey. It's 4-0.
How do you like that? Humphrey to Humphrey. Bang, bang.
It is the sophomore Nicole from the freshman Ashley. And it is all Darien with 16:06 remaining in the first half.
Darien's got to feel pretty good, too, knowing that they get to have the Humphrey duo for a few more years.
Back to Fiore for Darien on the draw. It'll still be Johnson for Staples, and this was not the start. Well, this was the start that the Wreckers were really trying to avoid.
Exactly. You're letting Darien start with a 4-0 lead here, and you're seeing it right now. They're having a tough time in the face-off circle.
Break given to Staples here as one of the Darien players entered into the box a little too soon. False start. And the Wreckers an opportunity. Really, that last goal coming off the unforced turnover by the Staples Wreckers. And those are what they're trying to avoid here. Is Ellie Fair with it. Retreats back, and now Johnson has it. Megan Johnson with it. Walled off there. Tries to send one towards the front of the cage. Loose ball here.
Open net.
Unable to collect with Shudell. Heading to the front. Able to score is Kathleen Kazi.
Good awareness by Kazi. See Carly Shudell popped out of her net. An empty netter goal for the Staples Wreckers. Gets their first on the afternoon.
It's the freshman Cozy converting there, and Coach Lindley not going to be too happy with the play of her goalie on that one.
Now, considering she's got a lot of high praise for Carly, too. And just a little mistake there by Carly.
An uncharacteristic mistake from the senior netminder. 15:29 to go. The Wreckers are on the board. The lead is back to 3. Popped up here, battle for the ground ball, and coming in to retrieve that time is Jakes. Emma Jakes with it, showing off the speed, blowing by defenders here to the front of the net. Shot down low. Great save made by Morrow.
Another great save by Morrow here. That's not an easy save to make, especially on a great player like Emma Jakes.
Here's Emma Lesko up top with it. Senior captain, been relatively quiet at the start here. Now Nicole Humphrey as she flips it back over. Lesko plays along to Wazinski. Behind to Ashley Humphrey. Fakes a little shovel pass there. Fakes a pass in front. Second time around, there was no one waiting for it. And it winds up in the stick of Nicole Dienst.
Staples' defense has looked pretty good here. They got to take care of the ball, though.
I see the Wave almost running a trap there. They're letting them throw it back to Morrow, and they're just riding off around that 30-yard line. That's where you have to get by. Good work here, heading up ahead by Johnson. Now over, and it's picked up and controlled by Olivia Troy. She'll settle it down, let the offense reset, and the Wreckers ready to attack with 14:10 remaining.
Staples would love to see Olivia Troy get going here in this game, especially early on.
Dodging to her right. Couldn't find a lane, so passing off was Bannon. Behind the net with it again is Jabicki. Pass in front. Just couldn't be controlled as it slipped past Mendelson.
That was a great look for Staples. Mendelson just couldn't quite hang on to that ball there.
Good job going up to grab that one. Now it's the Wave out in transition. Jake's up ahead. Pass to the left side. Shot down low. Just missed wide. As Fiore can't believe she didn't convert that one.
And again, Morrow, one of the reasons why that ball went wide, putting that pressure on the shooter. She's looked good here these last 3 minutes or so.
Wazinski sent up top, and it's Nicole Humphrey. Spins around. Humphrey with a shot to the top left corner. What a play.
Beautiful spin move by Nicole Humphrey. Rips a shot past Morrow. And you see Morrow here with her defense barking out orders.
Second time we've seen Humphrey go to that spin move, Kev. Couldn't convert the first one, but an impressive take there, a smart shot, and huge for the Blue Wave after Morrow had made saves on their last 3 attempts.
Darien Aspie, and along with Coach Lindley, they have to be very pleased with the start here for the Blue Wave.
So 5-1 with 13:08 to play in the first half. This is the HAN Network's coverage of the FCIAC Girls Lacrosse Semifinals. Championship game on Wednesday night. We will have the boys lacrosse semifinals right here on the HAN Network tomorrow night from Brian McMahon. Wilton and Darien, the second matchup of the afternoon. It will be Richfield and Greenwich at 5 o'clock to start us off.
That's going to be a fun night. You get good lacrosse here tonight. You get great lacrosse tomorrow. So 2 straight days of good semifinal lacrosse here in the FCIAC and the boys and girls sides.
Back up high, and it's Nicole Humphrey with it. Thought about going back to the spin again. Now comes over to her younger sister, Ashley. Hard pass across. Jakes to the net. Morrow got a piece of it. Too strong. Jakes makes it 6-1. The Wave is rolling early.
Great move inside by Emma Jakes. Fights through a couple defenders. Finishes strong. Right now, Blue Wave in control here. We talk about those 2 boys semifinals tomorrow. Can anyone keep up with the Blue Wave on the boys side?
Of course, Coach Lisa Lindley's son, Kevin, a senior this year, set the school's single-season record for goals, scoring 7 in their 14-0 quarterfinal win over Fairfield Ludlow. That took his season total to 75, breaking the previous record of 73 from 2000.
Wow. Very impressive. Kevin Lindley's been a star at Darien for lacrosse these past couple years, and they're sure going to miss him, but what a record, what a season, what an accomplishment for the young man.
It's a battle for this draw, and coming away with it is Kyle Kirby. The freshman had her pocket picked, as taking this one away was Logan Book. So smooth as a defender is Logan Book here in her senior year. Annie Wright in a little bit of trouble. Lesko had to go down to pick up a pass, and it's taken away by Fair. Ellie Fair, pass up ahead, and sending one over the top was Jabicki.
Javicki would like to have that one back. And again, credit Logan Book. The hustle, she gets rewarded here, and Darien's going to win possession back.
Keep an eye on the bottom of your screen. Jakes is wide open right around the 25-yard line as Shudell is staring her down. A very risky pass, but executed to perfection. Into the middle with Lesko. Bounces off the wimpy tackler, and it comes up ahead to Wazinski. She's bodied up there, taken down in traffic, and possession is awarded. Back to the Wave.
Staples still very aggressive here, still physical early on here in this first half.
Right side with Emma Jakes. There's Ashley Humphrey now. Tries the spin move again. Walled off, and Nicole comes back across. Emma Jakes with it. Looking to dodge towards the front of the net. Shot down low, skips up high. Count it.
You know what, Frank? Especially on a day like this, shooters keep that ball low. Sure enough, Emma Jakes, her shot ricochets off the turf, bounces up, and it gets by the key.
And it got that slick skip where on a dry day that might not come up as high, but it's just so quick off the wet turf. Upstairs off the stick of Morrow. It is a 6-goal lead, largest of the game. The Wave in control with 10:53 remaining in the first half.
And it's interesting here at Testa Field, turf seems to, when it rains, I think any type of sport, that ball will skip a little more. Certainly in lacrosse, we've also seen it in soccer, football as well. That ball will move around a little extra.
As a ground ball collected right away by the Wave, and they're back on the attack. Ashley Humphrey with it. Left side, and they'll slow things down. Is trying to get to the front of the net that time was Nicole Humphrey, but a shooting space violation called on Ellie Fair, so a free position here and another chance to expand on the lead. Heading towards the front of the net, shot got deflected. It skips around past the left post, and coming away with it there momentarily was Humphrey. Took a stick up around the face, a check illegally called. Comes behind the cage now to Katie Ramsey. Ramsey trying to dodge to her left. Forced back to the right, and it goes behind the net. Anna Stein with it there. Stein finds a player coming right off the bench on the change as knifing through was Jakes. And she'll have a free position, Kev, with 9:30 to go.
Boy, Jakes has got some speed there. Another great opportunity here. Expect her to shoot this one low.
Goes upstairs, buries it under the bar. It is 8-1 Darien.
Little extra hiccup on that shot too. Instead of going down low, she goes up high, top corner. Good rip.
Kev, you're talking about a Staples program that was not in the playoffs last year, has not been to the FCIAC semifinals before. This is a tough team to get your first experience in this tournament against.
It certainly is, but I think they will also enjoy the experience, and getting to an FCIAC semifinal even helps your youth program because you start to see more kids, who want to be more involved and get to that varsity level for girls lacrosse. And it starts with a game like this. Getting here helps the younger programs, the younger kids who are going to come up. And, Staples, even on the boys' side, it seems like they're right there. Maybe a couple years away from really having some great, strong players and, really giving themselves a great program.
As a pass back here. Shot fired, missed wide as Bannon couldn't put it on target. Under 9 minutes to play in the first half. You're watching the HN Network's coverage of the girls lacrosse FCIAC semifinals. Ridgefield, a 14-11 winner in game number 1 over New Canaan. They await the winner of this game. Darien currently an 8-1 lead over the Staples Wreckers on the home of FCIAC Sports. The HAN Network, we have got all the playoff action you'll need all week long through Friday night's FCIAC Championship at Trumbull High School. Get Becky behind the net. Surveying her options and comes to Bannon on the near side. Up high, and it's Olivia Troy with it here. Fair making herself available to her right. That's where it's handed off. Johnson coming back up top. Johnson to Troy. Looked at Bannon, but she works to her right, trying to get around a dodge. Let a shot go upstairs, and it just sailed high over the net.
Yeah, good looks. Staples actually had some nice looks. They've just gone a little too high or just gone wide of the net. You know, maybe if those go in, this is a little bit of a different game, but still an opportunity to climb back into this deficit.
Troy circles behind the net, working from right to left. All the way around, shot down low. Shudell got a great read off it off the stick, made the save. Bannon checked Shudell while she was still in the crease, so the foul called there. Ambitious outlet attempt and able to connect. Quickly up ahead and in transition just like that. Humphrey, Stein, back of the net, got it.
Too easy. Too easy. It's a clinic out there, my man. Darien. My goodness, moving in transition. That was beautiful.
7:13 remaining. It is a 9-1 Blue Wave lead. Timeout. Coach Calabrese will step aside as well and be right back with more FCIAC lacrosse after this.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help.
Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now at 3 locations. 131 Kings Highway North in Westport, the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Spring has sprung at Walter Stewart's Market, and we're celebrating the new season with fresh takes on spring. From the finest produce around to guaranteed fresh seafood delivered daily by the best local supplier. Not only are we your time-saving one-stop shop for everything you need this season, our personable team is always ready with a helping hand. Shop Stewart's for the best of spring. Find us at 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
Back at Testa Field on the campus of Norwalk High, Darien an early 9-1 lead over the Staples Wreckers. 7:13 remaining in the first half, and Darien really just doing whatever they want right now, Kevin.
They can. I mean, this is the Darien team we know all season long here. Off to a fantastic start, 9-1. You know, would have thought that Staples, maybe if they could have buried 1 or 2 goals in the beginning, that'd be a different game. But right now, it's Staples.
They're not playing poorly.
They're not playing. Yeah, exactly. They're actually playing solid defense, getting some great looks. Shots are just not going in, and they're letting Darien go in transition, and odd man rushes are just killing them right now.
as it's Ramsey and Bannon on the draw this time. Ramsey scoops up the ground ball, quickly up ahead, and again in transition coming is Wazinski. Past the middle, Humphrey, shot on goal, saved by Morrow, and she got it back!
My goodness, what a save.
Loose out in front, she made another save. How about the junior in net? Woo.
Morrow making some really, really incredible, and I mean incredible saves. Not easy to make.
The future Villanova Wildcats doing her best to keep the Wreckers in it. Pass to the front, Fiore to her left, forgot the ball, but a foul was called. It's a free position. It's going to be from the 8, and a huge opportunity for the Blue Waves' second leading scorer.
Right now, wonder where she's going to go here. Morrow has done a nice job in these last couple saves.
Shot is up high, top right corner, and it's buried as Fiore is on the board for the first time today.
Nice goal there by Christine Fiore. We were wondering when she was going to get on the board, and she finally does. She goes top corner there, and she blasts it by Morrow, and you see Morrow again, very vocal in that huddle with her teammates.
.6:19 remaining in the first half. 10-1 is the Darien lead now. Have one more goal and we will hit the running time mark for the first half. Up ahead and faking a pass this time was Humphrey. Goes behind the net to Stein. Here is Nicole Humphrey with it. She lets a shot go and it sails just high over the cage.
You can see she wanted that one bad. Nice little dance move there. Shake and bake, tries to move to the left. Just sails over the net. Great look, though, by Nicole Humphrey.
Nicole already with 3 in the game. Ashley has 1. Wazinski has 1. Jakes with 3. And Stein and Fiore with the final 2.
And that's what's so deadly about Darien. They have their scorers, they have their playmakers, but they have so many people who have their own roles.
As Morrow stands tall there. Humphrey denied on the doorstep. Out come the Wreckers. Having to pull up and search for help was Pacilio. Playing give and go that time with Cozy. Back across, it's Micelle. In the middle with Pacilio. And a skip pass up ahead for Deans. She kicked that one off her right foot. And the ground ball opportunity is going to go back to Darien as Deans called for an infraction.
Deans not happy about that call.
And it was really just an unfortunate bounce. The pass short hopped her, hit her foot. Anywhere else on the turf, she's able to recover off the bounce. Humphrey with a forced shot that time and another save by Morrow. She is doing her part in this first half, Kevin.
And Frank, you look over at Kendall Wazinski right now. She's asking for a sub. She's trying to come out of this game. She looks hurt.
She is waving. Laboring at midfield, trying to get to the sideline. Up ahead, though, down the right sideline, working towards the front of the net, is Bannon. Circles all the way around. Now we'll slow it down just inside the 20-yard line. Comes upstairs to Johnson. Across to Kirby. Takes a check there from Book. Spins off it. And now the double team has come. Needs to get rid of it here. That's Johnson trying to win a ground ball. They get tangled up, and Book comes away victorious. No fouls called, and Logan Book in transition now. Thought about giving it up, and will instead go across. Near side, Stein with it. And she is very content slowing it down with 3:40 going. As it comes across.
They can just pass the ball around here and really work the offense. And looking across the way to Wazinski with the training staff. Looks like it's that right knee, and she keeps extending it. Looks like she's getting some ice as well, so hopefully she will return back soon for the Blue Wave.
Trying to cut around from behind the cage that time was Nicole Humphreys. Vacating the crease and taking it out of her hands was Alexa Morrow.
Alexa Morrow really showcasing her skills here. A lot of these goals aren't necessarily her fault. She really made some nice saves, some nice plays here for the Wreckers here in the first half.
Ahead, and it's Colleen Bannon. Gives it right back to her playmate. Shot on cage and scores. Kazi's second of the afternoon. Excuse you, Kev. That was Jabicki.
A nice move by Jabicki. That's a big second goal here for the Staples Wreckers.
.251. It was Kazi through the 5-hole, the freshman's second of the afternoon, and the lead 10-2 now. Ramsey back in on the draw. Coming over to control is Jakes.
I think to end the half here, Staples would love to get another goal and try and get momentum on their side.
Certainly not surrender a Darien goal as Ramsey goes all the way behind the cage. Looked out in front for a moment and goes to Stein at the X position. Flips one off to her partner, Humphrey. As spinning around, Stein shoots down low, beats Moore through the 5-hole, and Darien quick to respond. 11-2 with 2:20 to go.
Again, Anna Stein, another one of these players. The list goes on. This is a stacked roster filled with goal scorers. Anna Stein, another one of them. Great finish.
Talk about the Wreckers wanting to get a couple of goals here before the end of the half, but most importantly, you've got to limit the offense on the opposite side from Darien.
It really is amazing to think about how Darien still doesn't even have their best goal scorer in Laura Murphy, Frank. It's scary to think about. Imagine if she was here healthy without, the injury. Boy.
Murphy out for the season with a torn ACL. By no means is senior captain not involved. She has done a tremendous job continuing to lead the young players, setting an example.
And Frank, I thought she did an excellent job when we were last here at Testa Field for Lisa Lindley's 400th win. She did an excellent job of surprising her with a banner, some balloons. They had an after party back at the high school with the parents and fans and friends and family. She did a remarkable job of setting that whole thing up, and the fact that Coach Lindley had no idea it was coming too is quite impressive.
Bannon behind the net. Around there, and it's taken by Nigerian. Nigerian with it. Trying to shake free. As the Blue Wave fans applauding the defensive effort. Enough work done by Nigerian and a foul called. Opportunity for her off the reset to work. Fair standing to her left. Kyle Kirby is alone on the far side on the right. But Nigerian wants to take herself. We'll skip past to Kyle Kirby. 1:30 remaining in the half. Kirby had 4 points, 3 of them goals in the quarterfinal matchup against Wilton. Looking for another one, falling to her back, and she scores.
How about Kyle Kirby there? Nice little move. Not easy to get one by Carly Shadell, and she did. Continues to raise eyebrows here in the Staples lacrosse program. Nice goal.
The future Fighting Irish, a Notre Dame commit. And it is two freshmen scoring the 3 goals for the Wreckers here in this first half.
Well, not bad. We go back to saying, this is a young program up and coming for boys and girls. Boys team as well has some really good freshmen and sophomores. So give Staples maybe a year or two and they could be back.
Another draw here. Missed this time by Ramsey. Coming over to help was Book. To Jakes. Ramsey, as she works off to her left. Blows by Cozy. Again to her left. Shot, nose, a pass. But before that, a whistle blown. Free position awarded. 1:11 remaining in the half.
Man, Ramsey having a great first half here for the Darien Blue Wave.
Watch out on the back door, Kev. As the pass over. Shot off the post and in. Katie Elders getting the fortuitous bounce.
Katie Elders gets on the board. Great pass by Ramsey.
As you get a look at the replay there, we get a second look, a fortuitous bounce. Kev, get the hometown roll as the number 1 seed. Off the right post and in, 12-3 with 1:07 remaining.
Again, really nice shot by Katie Elders. Tucks it away. Darien still on cruise control here in the first half.
As a perfect draw one here by the Wreckers. Bannon up ahead, trying to duck through a couple of checks. Passes off as they have possession. Shot from Kirby, score!
Kyle Kirby again. Great shot there. And a little extra something on that shot too. She fires it by Carly Schudel. Great finish.
As now the teams start to exchange punches. 54 seconds left, and it's 12-4. Kirby second from Bannon, who picks up her second assist. And does Darien come back one more time and respond?
They certainly have the talent, and they have the time too. 54 seconds. They've been great on the draw play all night long.
Ramsey not taking the draw this time, but comes away with control. Weaving through defenders, shot on goal, score!
Ramsey again. Having herself a great first half here.
It took just 9 seconds. As the Wave will stay with Ashley Humphrey on the draw. Bannon will come in for the Wreckers. Ramsey again standing at the 40 on the offensive side of the field. Need to keep an eye on her. 45 seconds remaining, a 9-goal Blue Wave lead. They scored 22 in the quarterfinals. They are on pace to hit 20 again here this afternoon in the semis. Ground ball opportunity. Humphrey comes away with it, looking up ahead, and now it's Ramsey. Ramsey with a head of steam. Cuts back to her left, looking for an option, and has to retreat. Lost it momentarily, but coming in is Fiore to recover the ground ball. 25 seconds remaining, and now it's Emma Lesko who will slow it down. Lesko calling out signals. Now she's ready to work. Thought about dodging. Hands off to Humphrey. Shot from Humphrey got deflected in front. Second opportunity, no. Pass out in front, missed. Rolling all the way out towards the 35. Got stuck in there. 2 seconds and 1. A shot will not be taken. And that is how the first half will end. Darien scoring the first 4. They have been rolling ever since. It is a 13-4 Blue Wave advantage. Kevin and I are going to step aside. Let's go back to Shelton with Kate Chaplinsky for an in-game news update.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky, and this is your in-game news update on the HAN network, bringing you the latest local news on Monday, May 22nd. Now, new details continue to emerge after New Canaan police last week arrested a father and son in connection to a March incident where a teen was injured at an underage drinking party. 59-year-old Douglas Knight was arrested on May 18th for interfering with a 911 call, as police alleged that the man instructed people at his home who were helping a youth who had sustained a head injury not to call 911. New Canaan police say that Knight arrived at his residence where an underage drinking party had been taking place on March 25th and where one of the youth attendees was injured and being cared for by other attendees. The injury victim was transported to the hospital, where sources say he remained for 5 nights before being released on March 30th. Police say also that Knight's son, Andrew, 18 years old, purchased alcoholic beverages at World of Beverages in Norwalk for what started as a New Canaan baseball team party. He was arrested on May 18th and charged with delivery of alcohol to a minor and permitting minors to possess alcohol. Police Chief Leon Krolikowski told the New Canaan Advertiser that there were dozens of rumors about how the 17-year-old baseball team member's head was injured. At the end of the investigation, the only person who had suggested that the injury might have been from an assault was a doctor at Norwalk Hospital emergency room. The doctor suggested that he thought the injury was not consistent with a fall. That led to a lengthy investigation of a possible assault, and the result, according to Krolikowski, was that no one witnessed or pointed to specific facts of assault. Now, our own New Canaan Advertiser continues to cover that story, and there's a lot more coverage at ncadvertiser.com. In other news, an 18-year-old Darien resident fell victim to an email scam involving a fraudulent check earlier this month. The teen was contacted by email at the start of May by an individual named Barbara B., who claimed to work at care.com. She offered the teen a dog-sitting job for a person moving from Canada to Darien. The teen was given the contact info of Nicole Doherty, who offered to pay the teen $35 an hour to care for 2 dogs for 6 hours a week. Now, Doherty told the teen she would send an advance check and a key to the Darien apartment where the dogs were. The teen provided her personal information and address to complete that transaction, and she received a check addressed to Keith Allen Clayton of San Diego, California, in the amount of $2,965 on May 8th, and she deposited it into her account. The following day, Doherty contacted the teen asking her to withdraw the funds once that check cleared. When she contacted her bank, she was informed that the check was fraudulent. However, she did not suffer any financial loss, but that investigation remains ongoing. And the Darien Police Department has issued a warning to residents to avoid potential pitfalls of internet scams such as this one. They say pet-sitting email scams like this one have been reported in other jurisdictions and can be researched online. You can get more at DarienTimes.com. And with the Memorial Day weekend coming, the National Click It or Ticket Enforcement Campaign takes place now through June 4th, and local police departments are part of the effort. The current fine for adults who are not wearing a seatbelt while traveling in a vehicle is $92, and all passengers under 18 are required to wear seatbelts, even passengers who are sitting in the rear of a vehicle. The current seatbelt fine for those under 18 years old is $120. Now, the #1 cause of death for children and teens in the U.S. is traffic crashes. Statistics show an average of 1 fatality every 14 minutes and 1 injury every 13 seconds due to car crashes. Statistics also show that the vehicle passengers have a 77% chance of surviving a fatal car crash if they are properly seatbelted. And finally, New Canaan resident Deborah Rose sent the Advertiser photos of a black bear, which she took on her Rocky Brook Road property last Thursday, May 18th, at about 8:15 in the morning. Rocky Brook is in the northeast section of town. The bear was apparently a fan of the birdseed in her feeder. The bear also had no trouble getting over a 4-foot fence surrounding that property. Rose said she shooed the bear away by clanging some pots together. But that does it for this in-game news update. For the latest local news, sports, and more, watch Coffee Break weekdays at 11 a.m. on HAN.network. This update was brought to you by Dave's RV.
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Baystar and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Sign-ups are now open for one of our most popular programs, the New England 80 Elite Lacrosse Division I and Division III showcases. With D1 and D3 coaches in attendance, players will receive a 60-minute webinar with Director of Recruiting Hans Hansen, a custom NE80 penny, custom shorts, and a video of all games. Last year's event sold out quickly, so sign up now for the next showcase coming in January 2018. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the Drive and Discover event. Now through May 31st.
Did you know heart attacks and strokes are the leading cause of death in America? Protect the health of you and your loved ones. Talk to a doctor about heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. David Pazer with ProHealth Physicians, encouraging you to stay informed about health matters that affect you.
ProHealth Physicians is on the pulse of social media to share information about health and nutrition with the community. Get up-to-the-minute alerts, including ProHealth Physicians news and upcoming events. Connecticut's leading group of primary care doctors is just a click away.
Back on the HAN Network's coverage of the 2017 FCIAC postseason girls lacrosse semifinals, game number 2. Number 1 Darien and number 5 Staples. The winner will take on number 6 Ridgefield in the FCIAC championship. And Kevin, this one going pretty much to form through the first half.
Yeah, Darien, you talk about that. You want to get out to a fast start. Darien certainly moving in transition, playing great defense. It's just, again, the speed, the athleticism. It's just too much right now for Staples.
They are getting quality scoring across the board.
I think the one player in that first half that stood out to me, maybe not topping the stat sheet, is Katie Ramsey. The way she is going through defenders, getting that face-off, you see her right here defending Kirby.
She does not come away with a win on the draw to start the second half, but a name we expect to call a lot down the stretch is Nigerian with it here. 7 different Darien players scored in that first half. Staples got 2 goals from Cozy and 2 goals from Kirby, the freshman, leading the way offensively. Bannon added 2 assists as well. One of the most impressive players on both sides of the field had to be Morrow in between the pipes for Staples.
You're absolutely right. Morrow made some eye-opening saves for the Wreckers, coming out and helping out in defense as well.
As several players hit the deck early on with a frantic pace to start the second half. Similar to what we saw in that first game between New Canaan and Ridgefield, where neither team very clean on possession, a couple turnovers, and just hectic back and forth as up ahead is Fiore. That's Humphrey spinning to the cage, scores!
Now they're going to start running the clock there, Frank.
And it comes a minute and 10 seconds in. It is 14-4, and Humphrey tapping that B button several times now tonight, making the spin move work for her, Kev.
Frank, both Humphrey are playing out of their minds right now, but something I'm looking at right now is interesting. Staples has completely put someone on Christina Fiore, like shadowing her in a way. You see down here, as it's Sarah Power, who's just going to basically shadow Christina Fiore.
As a ground ball here, unable to control that pass. That was Laura Jennings. It's going to roll into the crease with Alexa Morrow. Quickly over to her left. And able to recover this one and now move up offensively. It's Alexa Micel. Battle along the sideline. And a foul called on Darien, so we're going back the other way. On it down now are the Wreckers. Trail by 10. It is 14-4. Johnson with it there. Right side, it's Kyle Kirby. Kirby trying to dodge. Pass inside, couldn't be controlled, and Shudell at the edge of her crease, able to scoop up the ground ball. Book standing off 20 yards to the left, takes a pass there, crosses over Johnson, and now is up ahead with a head of steam. Avoids a check there. Stein with it. Switches to the left hand and retreats behind the cage.
Kirby for Staples had a nice first half. So you're going to see Darien really slow things down. Run some plays here on the offensive end.
Stein passing out in front. Ramsey wanted to let a shot go. There was a player in the lane and a free position awarded. Katie Ramsey 12 yards out, staring down Morrow. Could make this an 11-goal lead. Shot was deflected off the crossbar. Morrow might have got a piece of it. It hit the iron, came sent right back out, but it's not off to safety just yet. Ground ball opportunity. It's shoveled around, and finally it can be scooped up by the Wave. Up ahead, pass to the far side, and Morrow read it all the way.
Morrow, again, really impressive. Despite the score right now, she's really played well. Made some really nice plays for the Wreckers.
As a pass knocked down, Fiore with it there. She's got Humphrey off to the left side. She's going to shoot instead, scores.
Christine Fiore, great finish. Again, one of the top scorers here for the Darien Blue Wave. That's her second of the game.
(15-4), an 11-goal Darien lead. And again, it's the transition attack, Kevin. Defense turned into offense. No team, boys or girls, in my eyes, does it better than the Blue Wave.
It's just so impressive. It's almost scary in a way, and the minute you turn the ball over to Darien, you're in trouble.
Slipping up that time was Jake, so works out to the advantage of the Wreckers. Up ahead, here's Fair with it. Walled off to the outside. Skipped up top, and the Staples can work it around. Johnson with it. Double team comes, and she's in trouble. Trying to escape to her right, switches back left, and waiting off 15 yards away was Ellie Fair. Comes over to Olivia Troy with it now. Little skip step, and she's on the run. Forced to the outside, illegally done so by Book. And Troy with a reset now, just inside the 20-yard line. 8:15 on the East Coast, and Darien is 18 minutes away from another trip to the FCIAC Championship. They have won 4 in a row. They would love to make it 5. As a shot here, Shudell got a piece, and the save was made.
Nice save by Shudell. Maybe she doesn't make that save. That ball is going to trickle in. So credit Darien Blue Wave goalie with a nice save.
Should Darien hold on, it'll be the first time in 3 years they will not face their arch nemesis. The Ridgefield Tigers knocked off New Canaan and await the winner of semifinal number 2. Tomorrow, we'll have Ridgefield and Greenwich and boys lacrosse at 5, Darien and Wilton at 7:30 following that one. As the HAN Network's coverage of the FCIAC postseason continues on this week. Baseball semifinals on Wednesday afternoon.
Tomorrow night's going to be a great evening at Brian McMahon. 4 great teams. And again, Wilton Warriors, what a great win it was on Saturday we had on the network. You see another goal here for the Darien Blue Wave.
As it is Stein inside with 17 minutes and 26 seconds remaining. 16-4 is the score. As Darien doing whatever they want now.
And Darien's rolling right now, and another great goal. Anna Stein gets herself a hat trick. And it's been a frustrating night here for the Staples Wreckers, and you can just tell by the body language of Morrow over there, definitely frustrated. But again, she's made some great saves. It really has got the crowd going, but this offense for Darien is just too much right now for the Wreckers.
As Ramsey, another draw controlled. Up ahead. Hesitates for a moment, surveying her options, and now goes behind the cage on the goal line to Stein. Pass out in front, standing alone and unable to convert that time was Ashley Humphrey.
Fran, you see Coach Lindley throw up her hands in frustration after she missed that.
Humphrey couldn't believe it. And the Wreckers are even awarded possession momentarily.
And that's been the problem all night long. They get the ball back, try and move in transition. Darien's too good on defensive end.
And I wouldn't say it was all night long. There was a point in time at the start of this game where I thought Staples was playing really almost blow for blow with Darien. They didn't convert some of the opportunities they have, but it was the final 5-10 minutes of the first half and really the start of this half where turnovers have truly plagued the Wreckers, as this time it's Fiore who converts out in front.
And Fiore having a nice start to the second half here. She now has a hat trick.
(17-4) now as Darien well on their way. Proving why they are one of the top teams year in, year out, not only in the conference, but in the state of Connecticut.
And again, Katie Ramsey in the face-off circle for Darien has been so good all game long.
As an infraction called on Bannon this time, she can't believe it. Ramsey continuing to dominate. And we haven't seen a lot of Ramsey in the draw circle, at least the games we've covered. It's mostly been Fiore throughout the season.
Yeah, it's been Fiore. You even saw Emma Lesko in the face-off circle a couple times, but Katie Ramsey has certainly been impressive. So who knows? Coach Lindley may have to use her again in the championship game if they get there.
Still time left with 14 minutes remaining. But again, it is a 13-goal deficit in favor of Darien.
And of course, even after this, they have states as well. So once that tournament starts, do you put Katie Ramsey in the face-off circle?
Here's Lesko with it, working from left to right. Up top, and it's Nicole Humphrey. She picked up a hat trick just 7 minutes into this game. Trying to add another one. Won't be able to get a shot off here. There's good defense coming from the Wreckers. Pass all the way across. Lesko couldn't control it. Ground ball opportunity, and Johnson had it taken away. And Darien right back on it again.
How about Emma Lesko right there? Great effort to get that ball back.
We talked a lot about the importance of Laura Murphy and what she's done as a captain despite being injured. Emma Lesko is one of the best all-around players and leaders in this conference.
And I thought we go back to that game against New Canaan at Dunning Field, and then that unbelievable finish that was. It was Emma Lesko who I thought did an excellent job of motivating her team, leading them, because they were trailing for a while in that second half. You thought for a minute, New Canaan was going to pull away with it, but it was Emma Lesko who was phenomenal when it mattered most.
There's a nice look there from Ramsey over to Stein off the free position, and another Darien goal.
Anna Stein netting her fourth, having herself a good night.
And you talk about that New Canaan game, Kevin. You were down at field level. From where we were in the booth, it just looked like very similar to what we saw at New Canaan in the first 5 minutes of that game this afternoon. It was that shell shock moment of what is happening. We're not used to this sort of situation. And I think that's what we got a lot of when New Canaan goes on that run. They take the lead, and it's heading later and later into the game. And you're right, Emma Lesko able to rally the troops. She took over herself, too, picking up the heavy lifting, scoring those 2 goals to force the extra sessions. So as important as Laura Murphy has been off the field and helping the players with their development, Emma Lesko has picked up a lot of the slack offensively from the void that Murphy left.
You know, you talk about that game, Frank. You're right. She took it over. That second half. Plain and simple. She took it over. She said, you know what? If the rest of you all can't come back, I'm going to be the one who brings us back. And she certainly did. And what a clutch goal that was to take the lead. And another goal here for Darien.
As it's another one from Humphrey. This again by Nicole. Now 19-4.
Nicole netting her 4th of the afternoon. Like I said, this attack for Darien is stacked. You know, you could go on and on about the great players on this team. Nicole Humphrey, Ashley Humphrey, the 2 of them, this game alone, done a terrific job.
They scored 22 goals on the number 8 seed in the quarterfinals. They have put up 19 on number 5 with 10.5 minutes remaining in regulation in the semis.
The question is, right now it looks like Darien cannot be stopped. And it's the same way on the boys' side too. Who's going to be that team that could stop Darien?
As Ramsey she might be a little hobbled there. Might take a slash to the leg there. She's got a free position opportunity. That last shot was nullified. Is she going to pass again? She's got Stein waiting eagerly on the left post. That was the play last time, but this one a shot. And Morrow read it all the way, Kev.
Great save by Morrow. Man, still playing with a lot of heart. You like that.
As a pass out in front, going to the backhand, shoveling it in. It's Ashley Humphrey this time.
Ashley Humphrey gets a hat trick.
We've got some confusion going on with the clock here, Kevin. It's been stuck on 9:30. Now it has started running again.
I feel like more time should have been.
So an extra minute awarded here for the Wreckers, as they will hope to complete this 16-goal comeback now with under 10 minutes to play. 8 consecutive goals going Darien's way. They have scored 7 of them in the second half, as the Wreckers have registered 1 shot in the second half. This might be the second possession they've had offensively, Kevin.
Yeah, I think, at this point, you just got to work the offense. Just get some goals in here. Gain some confidence, work on the offense. Olivia Troy, this is someone who would have loved to have a nice night here. Still looking to get on the board. A good shot, though.
Trying to test Shudell down low, working back across the green, but it missed the net wide. Fair was there to back it up, so the Wreckers stay on possession with under 9 minutes to play. Again, you're watching the HAN Network's coverage of the 2017 FCIAC postseason. Semifinal number 2 in the girls lacrosse tournament. Boys semifinals in lacrosse tomorrow afternoon. Baseball on Wednesday, and then championships for you at the end of the week. As Shudell pops up to the top of the crease, makes herself tall, and then a quick outlet after the save up to Lesko. Good check coming defensively from Staples, but quick onto that one for Darien was Catherine Heaney. Senior getting some playing time here.
Carly Shudell. Nice save. Doing what she does best. We've seen her, especially last year, make some terrific saves. Especially in that FCIAC tournament last year where they came back and beat New Canaan. She made some terrific game-saving saves.
As they start the cycle up top, and lots of passing here as the Wave will look to just start to chip away at these final 8 minutes, Kev. Here's Ashley Humphrey. Now Nicole. Katie Ramsey with it. Trying to dodge, showing off some moves here. And circles back outside and hands off again. Shot on cage from a cutting Humphrey as Nicole continuing to light it up out here.
Well, Nicole, tally 5th goal of the game. Having herself a wonderful night in the FCIAC semifinal.
That completes the double hat trick with under 7 to play.
Looks like we're starting to see some of the starters who now come off the field. You start seeing some of the younger players on the roster come in, parents and fans saluting the starters.
Playoff minutes invaluable for a young player no matter what the score is.
And that's why I still think it's so important that Staples made it here to the FCIAC semifinal, regardless of what the outcome may be tonight. The fact that they got here is they have a lot to be proud of, but it's good for the youth programs. You start developing younger players who want buy in to being in a position like this, playing for an FCIAC championship at some point.
Shudell holding the post, not allowing the shot there, but the pass almost intercepted. Here's the captain, Lesko, up ahead. Looking left, looking right, now goes up ahead, and there is Humphrey. Working off 6 goals with 5:30 left to play. A 17-goal advantage for Darien in the FCIAC semifinals. Championship game will be Wednesday night at Norwalk, 7 o'clock against the Ridgefield Tigers. So the pass missed its intended target here. Great hustle to keep that one in, but a good job defensively by Per Hour.
Per Hour has been really solid defensively tonight for the Wreckers.
So we have less than 5 minutes to play now in regulation. Don't forget, tomorrow is Tuesday. Got coffee break at 11 a.m. with Kate Chaplensky. Bring you all of the top news stories from around Connecticut. The Drive with Denise will be on at 12:30. Kev, we got Nutmeg Sports for you. We might be doing Nutmeg from Brian McMahon tomorrow a little earlier before the game. Based on a time crunch, that first semifinal game on the boys' side is set for 5 p.m. And, of course, Friday this week, when we're covering the baseball championship game, we're going to have a special nutmeg later in the afternoon. Normally not on Fridays, but we're going to be taking questions. Use the hashtag AskKevin or AskFrank. Answering anything and everything. I can tell Will Roberson right now, though, that Joe Flacco is not an elite quarterback. I'm sorry, Coach, but that's just not going to be an argument I can support.
Well, what do you think? Over or under? Pocket square question.
If no one asks the pocket square question, I could see Let's Be Frank tweeting one in. As we are down to 3 minutes and 10 seconds. It's been such an amazing spring season, and really, Kev, it's been a great school year. From fall through winter and spring, all the athletes we've got to see, we get to work with now, as we've got Teddy Hood here running a camera for us, former captain for the New Canaan Rams football team. I mean, we got to, you think just how, it does not feel that long ago that we were interviewing Teddy in the parking lot outside Dunning Field, and he was wearing a Harambe shirt.
I was the one giving the interview with him and James Fair and Coach Marinelli. But you talk about Friday, I believe got some other surprises lined up as well, my friend.
There are certainly some other surprises lined up, but we will have more and more on that later in the
It's
week.
only Monday. We don't want to give things away.
No.
But you definitely want to tune in. We got some good surprises coming on that Friday show.
Be a lot of fun. Of course, we will have some state coverage for you next week. We're going to have the FCIAC Championship in golf next Thursday from Fairchild Wheeler. If you want to see the New Canaan Darien golf match from 2 weeks ago, it is available on the on-demand section of HAN.network. And don't forget to vote for the HAN Athlete of the Week for week number 6 in the spring season. Congrats to Pat Mexer and Katie Shovlin of the New Canaan baseball team and the Wilton softball team on winning the Week 5 honors.
Darien can already sense that they're going to be able to punch a ticket to the FCI championship game, and boy, that's going to be a great matchup. Richfield, team that surprised a lot of people. It's going to be a great matchup, but again, who's going to be the team that stops Darien, not only on the girls' side but the boys' side as well? And we got 2 great games tomorrow night at Brian McMahon.
As we are under 60 seconds remaining in regulation, out in front alone, and what a job by Morrow, getting back into the cage, making one save, and the second shot goes off the crossbar.
Morrow again, still playing with a lot of heart. That's what you want to see there from your junior goalie.
It was Charlotte Whitstock alone on the doorstep, but unable to convert. There's a battle for the ground ball here, and it's going back the Wreckers' way. 30 seconds remaining. We'll see if they've got one more push to end this run. Ten unanswered goals from Darien. Going back to the first half, they've outscored Staples 9-0 here in the second as we get a reset coming up, but it is unlikely the ball will be played again. The clock is going to strike midnight on Staples' Cinderella story. Darien is going back to the FCIAC Championship. They will take on the number 6 Richfield Tigers. The final 23-4 from Testa Field at Norwalk High. We're going to step aside quickly. When we get back, we'll put a wrap on this evening's coverage and get you ready for the rest of our postseason coverage on the HAN Network coming up this week.
You don't have to go far for authentic Neapolitan cuisine and renowned wood-fire pizza. Pizzeria Loretano of Bethel is a contemporary Italian bistro, specializing in authentic wood-fired brick-oven pizza Napolitana. Pizzeria Loretano was named one of America's top 1,000 Italian restaurants in 2008 by Zagat, and recommended by Jane and Michael Stern on National Public Radio's Splendid Table. Located close to the Bethel Cinema, we focus on quality, and our food is always made to order. Join us for live jazz Sundays from 6 to 8. Find our schedule, menu, and more at pizzerialoretano.com, and like us on Facebook.
At Worcester School, we believe summer is a time for kids to be kids. We provide the safe and nurturing environment for them to find activities that match their interests and allow them to create lasting friendships. Summer at Worcester offers 7 weekly sessions at our Danbury campus from Monday, June 26th through Friday, August 11th for pre-K to grade 8. Find out more about our extended hours, new optional lunch program, and a new low price at summer@worcester.org or 203-830-3921. Summer at Worcester, experience the difference.
At Budget Blinds, we're in business to frame the light, the day, and the night. So we give you an exclusive combination of high style, expert service, our no surprises pricing, and our no questions asked warranty. We believe that everyone, at every budget, deserves style and service. Isn't that a beautiful place to be?
I can't believe it.
Well, Dad, you did it. You sold 160 cars. Ready to go back upstairs now?
I think it's time. I wonder how the boys are making out in their new office.
Not what I had in mind, Kyle. What, Dad?
Maybe we should retire. Right now, lease a 2017 Rogue S for only $139 a month. Isn't it time you got Millerized?
Back on the HAN Network at Norwalk High, Frank Renito and Kevin Coleman. Final score, Darien, the number 1 seed, a 23-4 win over number 5 Staples. And Kevin, I don't want to say it's what you expected, but it's a lot of what we've come to know about Darien now.
Certainly. Darien didn't surprise us at all. They were stellar tonight. They did a great job of coming out to a fast start against a very good Staples team who you thought would come in, have a nice start as well, but just couldn't quite keep up with the offensive power that Darien has, and it's just too much. But again, this is a Staples team that's certainly going to bounce back next year. They have a great cast of young players that I think is going to develop into a stronger team in the next year or two.
Still some success to be had for the Wreckers moving forward into the state tournament, and I liked what some of their younger players did show tonight. But in the end, it's just the depth and talent of Darien a bit too much. As you quickly look ahead to Ridgefield Darien on Wednesday night, one thought on what could be the difference in that game?
Caroline Colonel. And I think her and Lexi Hell, the two of them, have to continue playing well. And if Caroline Colonel can do well in the face-off circle and create possessions often and early, like we saw against New Canaan, which is why I think Ridgefield had that great game. I think that's why we'll see Ridgefield really give Darien a run for their money. But again, can they stop this team? It's just there's so much up front on the attack. And Carly Schudel, again, another one of those great goalies in the FCIAC.
It will certainly be a lot of fun. That is Wednesday night at 7 from Norwalk High. Tomorrow afternoon, we've got the boys lacrosse semifinals. Ridgefield and Greenwich first, followed up by Darien and Wilton in the nightcap. But before that, we'll be back in studio, 11 a.m. coffee break with Kate Japlensky. For Kevin Coleman, I'm Frank Renito. The final score, Darien 23, Staples 4. You've been watching the FCIAC postseason on the home of FCIAC Sports, the HAN Network.